Another year, another Sundance. This was my first time covering Sundance's press, and in the interest of always bringing you the truth, I'm going to continue to do so in this case. This one was rough. As we all know, January was the absolute worst, politically, environmentally, and for us as a family. Yeah, more on that later. We go as a family to Sundance every year, and we stay with my awesome cousin and her family in Salt Lake. We trek to Park City for the films, and we sneak a place to park that doesn't cost $1 billion. This is how we do it so we can afford it. Everyone does Sundance differently, but there are ways to do it affordably. This year, the films were super indie, and it's hard to tell if this was a conscious choice of the festival in order to get back to its roots, or because the more commercial films have all moved to South by Southwest. I'd like to think it was a conscious choice. Personally, I most anticipated the new Pee-wee doc, of course, and the Unzipped anniversary screening at the Egyptian. The first day, I attended lounges. Yes, part of the festival experience is those lounges. The Hyatt Lounge, the Audible House, Chase Sapphire Lounge, the Disney House, the Adobe House. And I did that thing that we all do in the lounges where we try not to feel like a complete loser from high school with no friends. The Audible Lounge was my absolute favorite. It was so cute, and it had s'mores and a fireplace and a great view. The vibes were super friendly, and they had great panels. Then I went to the Disney House because I saw everybody walking around with this cool sweatshirt from the movie A Real Pain, which was my son's absolute favorite movie this year. It's the sweatshirt that Kieran wore in the movie, and everybody had one. So I had to find out where they were. They were at the Disney House, and the line was enormous, so long. Stood out in the snow and got it. It was a great lounge, super friendly people there too, and I stayed there for quite a while. Now the question in line when you're waiting is always, how do you get in these lounges? Which lounges are the coolest? Which lounges are the best? And no one knows. And it's the how do you get in aspect of film festivals that will never not be annoying. It's the worst. My advice for figuring all this out, for the PR companies and the people trying to get in actually, and that's be cool. And by that I mean be nice. Being a snob in your little Sundance outfit, which, by the way, is $1 million boots, leggings, and a white puffer, and a brand new white cowboy hat, because Sundance, that's not it. But being sweet, honest, and asking people how things work actually works. I swear, people want to tell you how things work, and you just have to ask. The next day, I trekked around Main Street once again, and I'm not ashamed to say that I was incredibly excited about attending the party of Meredith Marks of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, of course. And you all know about my diet of high art, low art, and I can't live without my Bravo. And Meredith is my all-time favorite. I stopped by her store where she was raising money for NephCure, benefiting rare kidney disease, and I donated and had a little bit of Meredith's caviar and snuck a pic. While I was doing that, Jace took Jack skiing while I stomped around the lounges. I think he grumbled something like research as he was leaving. I don't know, I don't ask too many questions. We did see films. We saw the films Selena y los Dinos from director Isabel Castro, which won the Special Jury Award for Archival Storytelling. Her sister Suzette was there, as was her husband Chris Perez. The sold-out screening resulted in a joyful, uproarious reception, which made the family very emotional, and they expressed their immense gratitude. This documentary, if you are a Selena fan or even if you're not, it's really, really amazing. I didn't know a lot of things about Selena that I learned through the film. I also had the chance to see Rachel Fleet's films, Sugar Babies. I spoke to her a bit before the screening about the film. This was my favorite film of Rachel's, of the 3 that she's made so far. This is a film that presents an amazing look into communities with limited financial means and resources, taking control of their environment and their future by any means necessary. There's a lot of room for incredible conversations around this film, and I really look forward to you all seeing it and to having some of those conversations. Now, you guys, with tons of films left on my list, we had to cut our trip short due to a family emergency. This is why my Sundance report has been delayed and is so short. I missed the anniversary screening of the film that personally inspired me as a filmmaker, Unzipped, by director Douglas Keeve. It was 30 years old, I can't believe that, and celebrating its anniversary at the Egyptian Theater. And all in all, the most Hollywood that Sundance really got this year was the Kiss of the Spider-Woman premiere, which J-Lo attended, and we did have tickets to see that, and I wasn't able to attend that either. I'm so lucky to have been there at all, regardless of the circumstances, and I wanted to know if you guys were there, what you saw, and how your experience was this year. Was it different? I noticed that mine was a little different in vibes. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for my South by Southwest coverage in March. Maybe I'll see you there.